live. Thank you so much for joining me. Give me 1 second. Let me get Instagram on the horn. Come on, Instagram. We can do it. Come on, StreamYard. We connected. Boom, go live. And there we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, morning, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I am so excited to come and hang out with you today. So how's everybody doing? How y'all feeling? Everybody feeling all right? I hope that you are enjoying your spring. Well, it's spring where I live anyway, and I am enjoying my spring. I am working on a new book for next year. We are delving as of next year, y'all, not talking about this year yet. We're going to talk about this year in a moment. But as of next year, we are delving into the world of fiction, juicy fiction. So that is going to be so exciting, so much fun. And I am looking forward to it. But in the meanwhile, here's what we got going on right now. Hey, Goddess Unique Love. We are delving into the universal laws for manifesting. And I had this mind-blowing experience today that I was just like, oh my God, okay, I need to come on and talk to y'all about this. And we're going to be going through actually in the coming days, the new book, which is named The Divine Frequency, comes out in a couple of weeks. Pre-orders are open. Please, please, please go pre-order. Pre-orders are very, very important for authors like me who wouldn't, got to squeeze out this opportunity. No, actually, no. Ooh, okay, let me catch myself, because we don't have to squeeze out any opportunity. We don't have to make $1 out of 15 cents. We don't have to hustle. We don't have to keep on keeping on. And that is what this is all about, right? The divine frequency, shifting out of that mentality and shifting out of the energy of lack, shifting out of the energy of scarcity, shifting out of the energy of fear, and shifting into the divine frequency, which is the God frequency, the frequency of Christ consciousness, the frequency of Ashe, the frequency of the divine mind, and aligning with that energy in order to create everything we desire. So let me just come on over. Wait, let me take a look at Instagram, because somebody told me I neglect Instagram during the lives. So hello, everybody on Instagram. Hello, Judy Love. Hello, Divine. Hello, Stacia. Hello, everybody on Instagram. Hello, see y'all. I see y'all. All right. Okay. So coming back over to, I see YouTube, I see Facebook. So that is what we're talking about today. We're going to be going through the universal laws one by one. And today we're going to be focused on the law of mentalism. So what are universal laws? Universal laws are the laws that govern our universe. So they govern manifesting, they govern our love, they govern our relationships, they govern our money, they govern our everything. Because they are laws. So universal laws don't care whether we believe in them or not, because it's like being like, oh, I don't believe in gravity. Gravity doesn't care if you believe in it or not. And so that is the power of the universal laws. The subtitle is Harness the Magic of the Universal Laws for Transformation, Manifestation, and Freedom. And this book actually is the follow-up for this book, which came out last year, From Imagination to Reality, Secret Manifestation Lessons and the Law of Assumption from Abdullah Master Alchemist. So this book focused on the law of assumption, which is one universal law. And then this book picks up where that book left off and delves into 22 other universal laws, 23, including the law of assumption. So we're going to be delving into that. But first, there's more. There's so much I want to cover with y'all. We're gonna pull a card, but I wanted to show y'all this. This is super exciting. Oh my gosh. Because I didn't know that it was happening until I opened my mail the other day, 2 days ago. 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. And I was like, what is this? I was like looking, because I can't read Chinese, right? But I was like, wow, what is this? This is beautiful. What is this? This beautiful Chinese book, Chinese language book. And, I'm looking at the back and I'm like, okay, well, let me just take a picture of the cover, the front cover and the back cover, and I'll upload it online and see what it is and why I'm receiving it. And while I was doing it, then I realized the fine print, which I didn't realize. I was like, that's my name in English there. It says Aviola Abrams. And I didn't notice down here where it says from imagination to reality, but I put it into I think Google or wherever, and then it came back that it's my book translated into Chinese. So because I was looking at it this way, which is how we read books in English language, but because it's a Chinese book, it is reversed. So the back cover is where our front cover would be. So I didn't see all of that. I was looking at this, and so my book is translated into Chinese, y'all. So if you or someone you know speaks Chinese, get From Imagination to Reality in Chinese. So this is my first book that's been translated into a different language. My decks, a few of them have translations in other languages, but this is the first time I have a book that's translated into another language. So that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool to see. And it also turned out, oh, there's a note in here. I didn't even see there's a note in here to me. Okay. Well, if I would have seen this note, that would have explained it. Please find enclosed the complete Chinese edition of From Imagination to Reality, published in Taiwan by Fine Press. Best wishes, Hay House UK. Okay, thank you. I didn't even see that. When in doubt, read the instructions. Y'all can't see it. And that is in English, so I had no excuse, really. So that is very exciting. So anyway, so these two books work together. This book and this book, or if you are speaking Chinese, or if you're speaking English, or if you're speaking Chinese and English, this book and this book work together. Okay, so this is the new book that is coming out. So very exciting. So that's why we're talking about the law of mentalism today. Yay, Goddess Andrea ordered hers. Yay. Thank you, Goddess. I'm looking forward to on the day it comes out, which is not this coming Tuesday, the Tuesday after, which I believe is June 3rd. I think it's June 3rd. I'll be live on Hay House, I think at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that day. And we're going to be, and then have like a whole bunch of release goodies for you all. And thank you to everybody who's been leaving reviews on Amazon for the Faces of Oshun Oracle deck. You have unlocked the workbook. I said that depending on how many reviews we get, we can unlock different goodies. So I'm working on that right now for you. You've unlocked the workbook. All right. So keep going and we can unlock the devotional and other things. Yes, Jamaican Douglas, you are live, my girl. You are live. So here's the experience that I had that explains the law of mentalism. So let me read y'all a little bit quick, fast, in a hurry, what the law of mentalism is, and then share with y'all the crazy experience I had today. Crazy experience. Like right now, you are manifesting things that you are not even aware of that will pop up and you'll be like, whoa, I didn't even know. And I'll demonstrate that for you in a second. Okay, so law of mentalism, the all is mind, the universal is mental. All right, rise up. Dare to believe in the magic of your mind. You are more powerful than you can imagine. Your mind is just not in your head. It's in every chakra of your body. Inside you is an incredible force. Every thought you have and every dream you dreamed holds new possibility. You don't have to reach for the stars because you are a part of them. You create the life you want to live in your mind. All right. Embrace this power, step into your potential, and birth a magnificent new reality. You are not a powerless drifter on a predestined path. That is an old illusion. Remember, I had to check myself in the beginning of this. You are. The universe is mind. Everything you see, touch, and experience comes from thought. Your thoughts are shaping your world. Think of it this way. If the universe was created by the divine mind and we were created by the divine mind too, right? Divine mind, you may call, God, creator, higher consciousness, most high, Allah, whichever reflection works for you, Oshun, Orisha, Ori, all the same energetic force. All right. It's like we have a little piece of the divine inside us, shaping our thoughts and beliefs. As Sufi poet Rumi so wisely put it, you are not just a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. All right, I'm going to say that again. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the entire ocean in a drop. This means that the power to create and shape our reality doesn't just come from our own minds. It comes from the divine mind that we are all connected to right now, right? We are all connected via this broadcast, but we are connected. We are energetically connected, energetically in contact with each other. All right. Let's see. When we start to see our minds as potential reflection of the divine, it changes the way we think about ourselves. Okay, so then we go on and on, but I just wanted to just give you just a little bit of a touch of what is the law of mentalism? There are 23 universal laws in here. Law of mentalism is the first one. It's a hermetic law, Kemetic law, a hermetic and Kemetic law, Kemetic being the ancient region, in the ancient region of Egypt. Okay, the law of mentalism is the principle that everything is created by thought. This is the first of the Hermetic principles from the Kabbalion. If you've ever wished you could change your world, this law clearly tells you how. It's not wishful thinking. Your thoughts may seem like passing clouds, but they are the blueprint. The law of mentalism teaches that a deliberate, focused mind can alter your reality. So this is the simplest one. So that's why I started with this. You're holding the magic wand all along. This is basically, manifesting one-on-one with this law. It's the simplest one. It's the one most people talk about when it comes to manifesting. So here is the crazy experience that I had today. So I am working on this next book that's coming out next summer, right? It's going to be a romantic fantasy, juicy read coming out next year. So I already shared with y'all, because there's one of our goddesses here whose name is Goddess Lola. She was in the chat, and I was like, I usually don't like sharing these things in advance because, you don't want folks to steal your stuff. But I am trusting, and it can't be stolen, right? So I was like, okay, Lola. I saw Lola, and I was like, oh my God, my main character has your name, Lola. So anyway, so that is documented. My main character of the book coming out next year, the main character's name is Lola, and she is, I don't want to give away the book, so I'll just say she's an Oshun priestess. I'll put it that way, okay? She's an Oshun priestess. So anyway, so I today am looking through my very, very first book that I wrote a really long time ago when most of y'all were probably, in school or wherever, or born or whatever, right? So this book is over 10 years old, maybe now, like, do the math, I don't know, like 14 years or something like that old. So I was looking through this book, right? If you were to order this book, it wouldn't even come in this format. I only have one of this format. I just ordered another one. It comes like this now. All right. So anyway, so I was looking through this book to look for a minor character to put in that book because I want to link them all up. And here's what I found, y'all, that I did not remember that was in this book at all. Because remember, I wrote this book a zillion years ago. I have not reread it in over 10 years. Had no idea, whatever. So I'm looking through this book that means very much to me, but I just haven't read it in a long time. And I find on page 314 of this version, there's a character named Lola Oshun that says, hi, my name is Lola Oshun and I'm a first year student, blah, 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 whatever. Like the character, basically, the book that I'm writing now has the character in it that I have not thought about in 15 years or whatever. It's not the same character, but now it will be, because now I'll make it the same character, but that somehow is manifesting this book that I'm writing right now, not on a conscious level at all, when I wrote this book, which has totally nothing to do with that book. Y'all, are y'all following me? Or am I seeming like a mad woman here, just here ranting and raving? Somebody type, I feel you, in the comments, even if you don't, because it'll all come together when I re-explain it in a second, so I don't just seem like, okay, I'm talking to myself here, all right? I looked through, I don't even know if that's a word, but I looked back through. Thank you for the I feel you, sis. Thank you, Instagram, for the I feel you. Thank you. Basically, when I was in my Harlem apartment back in the days, back in the days in my Harlem apartment, arguing with the lady upstairs and the crazy person next door, no offense, Miss J, you know, dealing with everybody and all of that was going on, and crying on the kitchen floor, no doubt, about some man or two or three or whatever the case may be, and writing this book that I do love very much. I love this book so much, but I have not reread it in 10 years. And now I'm writing another book, another publishing company, another situation, a whole different life with a different character and a different focus, and thinking that I'm having a new idea for me, that it already has been written in my own book. The character is here. Lola Oshun is the name of a character that was a totally different minor character that only appears on this one page in this book. Very minor character who basically comes up to the main character of this book and is like, yo, you a sellout, basically, right? Like, that's the only thing. Like, she comes up and she says, the girl thinks she wants her autograph. And she says, people like you and your posse set Black people back 50 years. You're going to need your soul one day and you won't have it. She shouted and took off running. What did you say? Maya said, like, that's the extent of the character. Like, she's a walk-on character. That's her. If it's a movie, that was her one line. She basically has one line. She comes up. My name is Lola Oshun. I'm a first-year Dunbar undergrad. The girl hesitated. Oh, autograph? Maya pulled out the green Sharpie she carried now in her pocket. And then she starts to think, Oshun. Well, I put Ochun, the Cuban way, because, you know. And then she says, no, I just wanted to say, and then she notes that the girl had a dark green Africa on her shirt. And she says, yes. And she's thinking, how cute that someone could be so shy to talk to me. And then the girl says, that's when the girl says, people like you and your posse set Black people back 50 years. You're going to need your soul one day and you won't have it. She shouted and took off running. What did you say? Maya was about to run after her. How can you say that? How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. Like, that's it. That's the extent of this character, that now, unbeknownst to me, that now I'm writing a book about a Lola who is an Oshun priestess all these years later. So, all that to say, all right, talking about the law of mentalism. Okay, thank you, Jamaican Douglas. You see me, you feel me, my sister, you see me. Okay, you follow me now. Okay, so all that to say that, okay, it happened that in my own book that I wrote a future that I am now living that I wasn't thinking that I was writing at that time. The things that you want to manifest and create are written in a book somewhere. Not necessarily a physical book, but the book of life, the book of the divine, the book of the creator. It is written not in a destiny way in that you are locked into anything because you have free will, but in a way that every day, in every way, things are working out for you, in a way that you are stepping into your highest timeline when you are aligning with the frequency, the divine frequency. It all comes back again, right? That you are stepping into your highest timeline by remembering the truth of who you are, that you are stepping into your highest timeline when we move out of the energy of lack and limitation. And I can't remember even like what I was saying, like at the beginning when I was like, oh, I got to get it together, blah, blah, or what, like when we move out of that energy and we allow ourselves to be in the energy, the natural energy of expansion. Yes, goddess, unique love. Lola upgraded to a main character. She ran off, upgraded to a main character. It is wild and crazy. So I was even doing like the math, like, okay, like if Lola was a high school, if Lola was a college graduate at that point, the age to the main character, whatever. It was wild. So yes, Lola has upgraded her life, and it all fits. And Lola owns a salon now. She's a salon owner and an Oshun priestess in the new book. So it'll be really fun when we get to all of that, and we can read, some juicy fiction together, and read this book and read that book and put it all together and create it. And in the meanwhile, we are manifesting our highest frequency using the law of mentalism and these other universal laws to remember that even though we may not be aware of it, things are working out in our favor. Even though, like, I had no idea, like, I would have told you were lying. Really, honestly, like I would have told you that you were lying if you would have told me that there was a Lola in this book, one, that she had anything to do with Oshun, two. Like I would have told you that you were lying. And even then, after I saw that, I was like, oh, wow, I did not remember. And I'm thinking back, I mean, it does make sense because yeah, it does make sense that at the time, that would be there, but I did not think that it was. Okay, camera, zoom on it. Camera's like, yes, this is a meaningful moment. All right, so, okay, the camera focuses on faces and is fooled with this face. It's bugging out. All right, so it makes sense that, that would be there. And so then I went to the Kindle version and I was like, wow, okay, so I searched for Oshun in the Kindle version, and let me pull a card to close us. I searched for Oshun in the Kindle version after I saw that. I was like, oh my God, her name is Lola Oshun, the Cuban way. So I searched for Oshun, and that was the only instance. But then I searched for Oshun, the American spelling. The Yoruba spelling is Osun, but the American spelling Oshun. And then I had the main character, Maya. She has a little mini Oshun altar in this book that, again, I do not remember and would not have remembered and would have told you were lying. So it all comes together. It all comes around every day in every way. Things are working out for us. So here is what we need to know from the Faces of Oshun Oracle deck. My favorite card in this deck, Oshun of the Dusk. Oshun of the Dusk. Cycles, transition, and closure. Cycles, which is really what we're talking about. All right, my loves. So tomorrow I have to go to a funeral, unfortunately. So I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be back live on Monday. All right. All right. Sending y'all so much love. Have a beautiful evening. Monday's new moon. So let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Okay. Let's pull in those desires. Bye, my beauties. Yes, we are doing the darn thing.